the weird things that you think about when you drive home, like during your commute, whether you're driving to work or driving back home. A lot of stuff comes through my mind. One of the things that I was thinking about earlier today, and I don't know why this popped up in my mind, but I was like, for some reason, I had this just childhood memory of just always seeing like douche commercials all over watching TV. It's like your cartoons, and then you would see like douche commercials and
Okay.
cartoons.
Yep.
Does,
Whoa.
does that?
No,
Is
I
that
don't.
am I just being a little too
No,
much with
man.
that, or
I don't. You're weird. That's a weird thing to say. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was just a very chaotic thing.
yeah, kind of threw you off a little bit, like a little bit of loop. That's
I
what I
didn't.
yeah,
I didn't know what you were gonna come with.
just
but
like disarming you for a
yeah,
little bit, and then now
I'm
we're just
super
like
disarmed.
now you're not nervous.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah, there
No,
it is.
not. I'm
No,
nervous
it's
at
kind of
all.
weird. Like you
Nope.
don't see any
Don't keep
commercials
going
about
with
that
that one.
that type
Don't
of
keep
product,
going.
but we'll move along.
We'll
We'll put
kill
that
that.
one to bed.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, another
Cheers.
great episode of Grabbing the Brisket here. Here, cheers, brother. Let's
Yeah.
get in here. John, he is sorry he could not make it.
R.I.P.
I'm not saying John is sorry, but
yeah.
he is sorry that he couldn't make it today.
No, that's right. He is his lifelong friend. His father's passed away,
Yeah.
so he's there to be with him. And Michael is in our hearts. And man, we are very sorry for him.
Yeah. Cheers, brothers.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, I saw earlier today. It was and this probably maybe resonates with you just a little bit, Jan, with you being business savvy as you are, a salesman.
Okay, sure.
And it was a story savvy. It was a story about it was Jim Cook, the owner of Samuel Adams Brewery.
Yep.
And apparently his dad was a brewmaster as well. And this guy Jim
come from money. He was rich.
I don't know.
Okay.
So Jim was holding down a nice cush, like 6-figure job, like corporate America. And he quits his job because he's got this family recipe of this beer.
Yeah.
So he, along with a briefcase and about 7 beers and 2 ice packs, makes cold calls to all these bars, restaurants, trying to sell his beer. Like 2 cups, 7 beers, ice pack, boom, rolling in. That was his method of trying to sell. And he was like, he would get 5% yes. But that was one person out of, I think he said you can do 20 calls a day.
Okay.
Out of one person, that'd be one person. And he would do it over again.
He was hungry.
Yeah. And just kept doing it until he turns this into like a, I don't know, $35 billion industry or whatever, however much money that they're making. But
yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
Wait, did you make up that number? Is that like a guess?
Maybe I did.
Did you say 35 billion?
That's a little too many, too many B's.
I'm gonna say, yeah.
Okay.
There's too many.
3 billion.
I know.
100 million.
I don't know, man.
Look,
You're saying numbers.
Who is it?
Okay, Roel, can you look up the net worth of
Jesus,
Samuel Adams Brewery?
I'm sorry, guys. You got to tighten up, man. I like what you're saying, but you just, I mean, it's pretty cool. I think I kind of heard something about that as far as him going door to door and selling like a 6-pack at a time. I didn't realize it was like refrigerated or iced down, like ice cold, ready for somebody to drink,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool.
Well, the article got me like clickbait.
Yeah.
Like, it got me. It's like Samuel Adams owner travels to business meetings with a briefcase full of beer.
Right.
I'm like, wow, that dude's like rolling deep, like going to his business meetings, like just like, and I'm picturing boardroom.
Yeah.
Just a lot of just like suits, and he just like cracks open his briefcase, and he's like,
"Who wants it?"
Right. Anybody want a Sam
You
Adams?
get it. Yeah. Right.
Hey, so what was the original number? You said B's?
I said B's.
What'd you say, Jen?
I mean, I don't know. I was like maybe a couple 100 million, or maybe.
So Jim, the original founder of Samuel Adams, is a billionaire.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. See, came from money.
Oh, he came?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What else?
Hey, you got Doug jumped on here. Doug said you guys have good tailgatings for the Texans Lions game coming up. I guess he wanted to know if we knew of any tailgating happening.
Honestly, man, I don't know. At the stadium, I mean, I know they charge ever since that one game that kind of ruined tailgating for all of Texans.
Who was the game against?
It was against the Cowboys.
I knew that. I just wanted to say
it was against the Cowboys, and after that game, it ruined the tailgate there. And Now they charge. Back then, you could just roll up, and whether if you didn't have a ticket or not. But
Oh, that was the biggest
now,
party in the
dude,
the day. Like you didn't even, yeah, like you said, you didn't even have to have a ticket. You just
yeah,
pulled your cooler up, or maybe you knew somebody was already going to be there, and just like only thing you got to do is just like walk in. Like
right.
you're good. No, can't do it anymore. Now you have to have a tailgate pass.
Well, okay, there's not as many, there wasn't many. That was crazy. That
Yeah.
was a big, crazy day that day. So we were out there.
Yeah, that's got to be one
Yeah.
thing that we need to. And it's almost kind of like the episode that we did on day drinking, trying to survive a tailgate out at NFL or college or whatever, because it is a combat sport, so to speak.
Oh
Like,
man, it's great.
your
Dude,
liver hates you for
oh,
sure.
man.
Yeah, there's a lot of competitive drinking
Yeah.
games.
Opening day. What was the remember the opening day we went? We get there. We're in line at, I don't know.
Got to be in like 6 a.m.
So we're in line at like 5 a.m. is when line started. Right, we're like the third car ready to get in. We have couches coming in. We have carpet. They had lamps, and it was just set up kind of. It was badass. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of work that went into multiple tents. Geez, man, they had the news came in and visited them. I was like, this is like the spot. Dude.
Yeah.
It was all
Did you
day.
make the news?
I did make the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got on the news.
For some reason, the camera just follows this guy around.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, they asked me a few questions. I was actually right. I can't remember the questions right now.
Is it because you're always doing something wrong?
No, no, I was right. They was talking about maybe who was the breakout star, whatever else, and whatever. So, yeah.
And we got Pit Life came in. They said, "What's up, boys?
What's up?
boys?
What's up?
boys?"
Nice. Yeah, man. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining us. Hopefully we have some good barbecue talk for you guys. To sauce, to not to sauce, that is the question sometimes we all ponder with. How much salt we're using. Who knows? Who knows where we're going to go with this?
Yeah, no, I did try to get the assistance of AI, and it's new. It's weird now.
Okay.
AI, the one I use, ChatGPT, it's upgraded now to where it does have a voice. So you could do the microphone on it and ask it questions.
Yeah.
You pick its own voice. It comes with like 8 or 10 like preset voices. So from guy to girl, chippy, somber,
right.
whatever.
Okay, broody.
Broody, yeah.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Pouty.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But it's cool because
hold on. What did you name? Did you name it?
now, well, it's still Frank, but even though it's a girl's voice.
So you want to talk about that?
But what's great about it is like you can have a conversation with it back and forth.
That's weird, man.
And you can also tell it like, "Hey, can you just speak to me in an accent? Like, how about an Australian accent?"
Okay.
And it'll
Now
sure, mate. And it'll jump right into an Australian accent and just keep going, not skipping a beat. I'm like, this technology is just absolutely just crazy, scary, and fantastic at the same time. But I did ask it earlier, trying to brainstorm ideas, like coming up with new topics. Apparently, we've covered a lot of this stuff over the course of the 5 years that Grabbing the Brisket has been around. And I'm like, nope, already talked about it. Nope, already talked about it. And then it got to one, I was like, crazy stories or whatever. But she started talking about, what about introduction to barbecuing on the moon, and talk about future of barbecue and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I mean, that doesn't sound like terrible. But then I started like,
wait, it told you that?
right.
Okay. Now it just gave you an idea.
Yeah. That's not our barbecue topic for today. But
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, I'm like, well, I was like, wait, can you even barbecue on the moon? Like,
What?
yeah, no, I'm getting into, I'm like, wait, can you even start a fire on the moon? And it's like, well, technically, no, you can't, because it has no atmosphere. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I was like, so how do you barbecue on the moon? Well, you have to build like an apparatus, or you have to build this whole thing. And I'm like, should I go on? And I'm like, nah, let's just go ahead and table this for a minute.
Right. It's like now it's like all of a sudden it's gonna take over your life.
Right.
It's not good.
No, it's not. Like,
what was the River Phoenix movie? Where was he like loved that computer? You know what I'm talking about, James? I think he won like an Oscar on that one.
I
Or
don't know.
Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't remember what it was. Sam or no?
Yeah, dude.
Is that what it was?
Oh man, with the Australian accent.
Mhm.
I don't know, James.
Yeah, I almost was like,
You're being programmed.
yeah, I was almost like, okay, could do an Australian accent, but
Yeah.
but
Mm-hmm.
can I call you Jess?
No.
Um, I didn't do it because look,
Now you're getting
we're
perverted.
not going to
Sure, Frank.
right. We're not going to do that
Nothing
to
to
our
see
friend
here,
Jess
Frank.
Pryles.
Yeah.
But
What?
we'll
the-
just have her call in person, and then
There it
we'll
is.
get to hear from her. So yeah,
Okay.
there it is.
That was very good.
Interesting.
James.
Yeah. But we are going to talk about backyard barbecue versus front yard barbecue. What type of person are you, and what does that say about you?
No, it doesn't.
Just let me
The
narrate this.
hitting
Jan.
questions.
Let me just narrate this, Jan.
No, look. So here's what happens. So here's what's spawning this is HOAs can be a little bit of motherfuckers out there, and as you know, everybody's having a lot of hard times when it comes to the hurricanes and everything else coming through. So
Are there any nice HOA people?
I don't know, man. It's a job, and I get it.
Yeah.
They're doing their job, but we don't like them for it.
No, is it a job? It's a volunteer thing, ain't it?
I don't know.
I think
man.
they get paid like
Per notice or something. I don't know. I heard they got paid per notice. But I'm just saying, man, we just had a hurricane. Like everybody goes through it,
Mhm.
and then I get this message like with a picture of my gate, and it goes, "Hey, you didn't turn in a permit for that." And I'm like, "What? Everybody lost their gates. What are
Right.
you talking about? Like everybody? Like did everybody pull permits but me? I don't know."
no, I don't know. Yeah. I think they're just being picky. I think they're just like
That's
you say,
weird.
they got to send a notice. That's how
Yeah.
they get paid. I
It's
think
just
that's what I
weird.
heard. Like, because they'll get you for just crazy random stuff. And
Yeah.
I have your barbecue pit, our barbecue pit on a trailer out in front of our house, and routinely get notifications about that thing.
Yeah, you can't have a pit in your front yard.
Correct.
How are you supposed to cook?
I don't know. Is
that your argument?
Yeah, maybe that's what we're gonna get to. Like, is it classy or is it trashy? Like front
Okay.
yard versus backyard.
Well,
Because
some people think a barbecue on a trailer is pretty sexy.
yeah,
So
I'm not arguing with you.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I know you're getting letters. So
Yeah,
I saw them driving by the other day. They were all taking notes.
really.
Yeah, they're looking at, but we were all in the front yard, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
A couple of years ago, man, there's one person that rolled by, and I shit you not, it rolled up, taking photographs that will look like a fucking telescopic lens on it, just like rolling out the passenger side, and I'm just like staring at the guy, and I'm like, he's like, click, and I'm like, what is this guy doing? And he drives up a little further.
Yeah.
He's taking pictures of all, and I had half of mine just like,
Dude,
there's a creepy guy taking picture of like kids like all throughout the neighborhood. Is gave me the make and model of the car or whatever, but
Right.
I did not do that. I knew it was HOA, and he was probably just taking a picture of my unmanicured lawn or my Weber pit that was just sitting outside because I just barbecued and grilled some delicious shit, probably ribs. I don't know. I don't know what I cooked that day, but yeah. But we'll get into talking about that a little bit. Hopefully, we got a lot of people that are listening along that could sit there and just chime in on what they do. But we'll get to it in a little bit.
Threw down some ribs last night. Used the Chicks That Smoke spicy rub. Mind blown.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like the Chicks That Smoke spicy barbecue all-purpose rub, dude, it is a game changer for sure.
Yeah, if you folks have not given it a shot, you need to.
Honestly, your barbecue will thank you.
Chicks That Smoke. It's at sucklebusters.com.
We got a little barbecue news, I think, hot off the grill barbecue news. We're not going to really deliver it as good as John does, but it is going to be hot off the grill barbecue news.
Best I can give you is a sound effect, man.
That'll work. Yeah. No.
There it is. John won't let me.
I think that's, yeah. John's like, you're doing my job too wrong.
That's right.
Man, we don't have that much news to get to, so this will be short and sweet. We still got the barbecue meetup that we're planning to attend here at the end of the month. I think it's the 24th, 25th of October. It's super cool, very exciting to do. I believe there's tickets still available if people are in the not Dallas, well, shit, if you are in Dallas and you're traveling to San Antonio and Austin area. But this is in Hondo, Texas, so it's right outside San Antonio.
Yep.
Be a trek for you if you're coming from the Panhandle or out of state or
Whatever.
something like that, whatever. But it is going to be a cool time. It's a fun event. It's all open fire cooking. You're gonna have so many different like animals, proteins, cooking styles out there that we're gonna be able to experience. I'm a part of this barbecue meetup WhatsApp message, and so
Yeah.
I'm getting all these videos and so I'm getting to see some of the stuff that they're prepping and they're doing and practicing. Dude, it looks badass. I mean, we're talking like whole cows.
Oh,
I
man.
think there's talks of just rattlesnakes and your run of the mill Texas cuisine.
Sure.
And then you're getting a lot of the international flair, a lot of the Argentinian teams, the people that are coming. I think there's 16, 20 different countries that are represented. That's going to crash down to this little small town of Hondo, Texas, and it's
Yeah.
all for great cause. They're raising money, I think, for the I think it's for the town. There's a charity that they're raising for. So
Okay.
Alfregoni, I think he's the one that's putting this thing on. So
That's right.
kudos to him. I know he's got a large team that he's assembled to make this thing work, and I know it takes a bunch of people to make this thing operate smoothly.
Yep.
So excited. I think tickets are $25 or $20 at the door. So if you happen to be in the area, you want to go check it out and get a lot of
Dude,
great sample
if you
foods,
don't
it's
even
gonna
in
be
the
badass.
area, just drive.
Yeah.
Who cares if in the area? Get in a car and drive and go. Just get in the area. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's like and it's not like an annual event or anything. It could be. It could be something that whatever. But right now, this is the one. So it would behoove you to just make a trip and see the live fire cooking, and just be a part of all that type of I guess you said countries earlier.
Yes.
Damn. Okay. That's exciting. You're struggling?
I'm struggling with this beer.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
sit out long enough that I got
Damn.
condensation all over my
Okay.
hands.
I got you, man.
Appreciate it. And I think that kind of concludes. I know there's we talked about last week with this Hurricane Milton that just came through and just wallop Florida. I mean, it is there's a lot of thank you, Jan. Appreciate it.
Yep,
There's a lot of damage, and I know there's going to be a lot of rebuilding, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities for some of these organizations to step up and help feed. I know Operation Barbecue Relief.
Yep, I was just fixing to say it.
They're the big ones.
Yep.
We talked about. I can't remember. I think we'll have John. He'll put a link in this episode to the one that Kel was helping out. Them needing the food and the donations, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll find it for you here in a second.
Citizens Christian Academy.
Yep.
There it is. And so, I mean, honestly, reach out. Look, if you go on Facebook, if you go on the social medias, there's probably going to be a lot of people out there that are looking for assistance and help. Yeah, go ahead and do it, man.
Well, yeah, it's not to mention, resources and time and whatever else is split thin because Helena just had gone through and has decimated a lot of that area right before this, right? So, and right now I feel like we're not even done yet. I feel like there's still something looming. There's just too much activity out there.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping not.
So if you can't help.
Yep.
Man, and be blessing. It's pretty badass to see Elon Musk. He stepped up with this Starlink, and it just helicopters and planes and whatever, just all these satellite capabilities or the Starlink, whatever you want to call it, whatever, dropping it off at these areas that have no communication whatsoever, and allowing people to instantly get stuff organized and rally and communicate with their families, this and that. There's one where they dropped off. There was like an old I'm gonna say grandmother that was out there just trying to flag down people for help that they had been without food and water, and they had no internet or power or anything like that. And so they were able to get her set up. And this is like Elon Musk and his team. They were able to get her set up with food, water, and drink, all stuff like that, and also a Starlink to where she'd be able to make call. And the beautiful thing about this, it's all free. He's not charging anybody a dime. He actually read this. He had to actually go rewrite the code so they can operate this Starlink without it wanting payment.
Yeah.
So now it's free. Think about that. So that's
Yeah.
that's
I've seen some evil mastermind movies that start with very smart people that give out a lot of free stuff and mainly cell phones. And I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. No, yeah. I mean, are you kidding me? The guy puts his money where his mouth is. He's a little, I don't know. I'm a little worrisome. He's kind of in a lot of stuff, man. He's kind of involved with a lot of stuff. I mean, hell, he's already rivaling, parts of, and there's been some great breakthroughs because of his team trying to get to space and, going that route. You've got hell about to commercialize barbecue. Barbecue is about to be in the Olympics, man. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know why I said that, but I just didn't want to say anything more about that.
No, you're good. Yeah. Hey, this is definitely concluding the
Yeah,
barbecue
That's horrible.
hot off the grill news.
Yeah, you don't do
There
that.
it is. Kind of like to hear that. But
That was news, guys.
I called a few things before we get into this. You ever seen the movie Terrifier?
Oh,
Seriously, it's an obscure horror movie. It's October. I don't know if people are listening if they get into horror movies as much as I do. Maybe I'm just kind of the weirdo. But Terrifier 3, I guess, is fixing to come out, and it's already debuted around the world in certain countries or whatever. But in France, the movie has been banned, and I guess it's one of these movies that
That's
it's
weird.
the gore. It's this Art the Clown, and he's got like this weird white face, like painted with the black lips and all stuff, like really creepy looking. But it's very kind of like gore horror. You know what I mean? Like splitting bodies open in half. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but they said that they banned the movie. It's been banned. It's illegal. They said the opening night they had 8 or 10 people walk out, and they had 1 or 2 that puked at the theater. And so they're like,
okay.
they're done.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, I think they said Rotten Tomatoes gave it 11 awards. I really didn't go far into figuring out what those
Jesus
awards
Christ.
are. I'm sure it's terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, Terrifier number 3. That's I had to watch like the number 1 video like maybe this week just to see what it was about. I mean, it's horrible. It's gory, but it's horrible.
Yes, I think my son went to that tonight. I think that's where he's number 3. Yeah, okay, that's where he's going tonight. He I didn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah.
He said he goes, I don't know. He said he's gonna go eat a bunch of stuff in case he throws up. I said, like, whatever.
Hey, Greg Johnson came in and said it's not a horror. It's just a lot of cowboy games played.
Damn, Greg. Hey, I'm just kidding. Hey, dude, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Dude, that's funny. That's hilarious. Everyone's to hate the Cowboys. I don't know what that is.
Hey, we got an important message from John.
Yep.
Y'all want to go ahead and check that out?
That's it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. Y'all look up at the screen real quick.
How many fourth graders you think you could take at once?
What?
I mean, obviously, if you had to fight against 1 million fourth graders, you'd lose. So, like, what's the real number? Like, what's the legitimate number of fourth graders that you could successfully take on?
Let's say 100. That sounds reasonable.
Oh, no way, 100 and you're dead.
Why are we fighting now?
Because they're idiots.
Did they say something about my mother?
What? Yes. Okay. Yeah. We'll say yes.
Oh, then a baker's dozen.
What kind of weapons?
Only what's available in the schoolyard.
You could really mess up some kids with a chain from a swing. Just da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
All right, tell you what I do? I back into a bathroom stall and just start kicking. Dead! 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 Keep coming! Dead! Give them a narrow entry point. Make them come in single file. Dead! Dead! Anyway, I guess I'm trying to say 800 fourth graders.
Thanks, John. John's
Yeah.
a 4th grader. Yeah. Jesus. I'm glad that John's got his good sense of humor tonight.
Yeah. What's the age at 4th grade? What we're talking about?
What?
Age? What is that? 8th grade? I mean, 8-year-old. Somebody. I don't know my grade
starts
to age ratio.
6, 7, 8.
How many are you taking it down?
When? What?
How many 4th graders are you taking down?
At what grade?
4th grade.
4th grade.
I don't know. All of them.
Yeah. I don't know if we should continue this conversation.
No, I'm just saying.
They were like FBI and like knocking on the door.
Yeah, right.
How many fourth graders did you say you were going to beat up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we should put, yeah.
No.
Okay, yeah, keep talking. I'll
I
do
don't know.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith. Everybody knows at the root of any good relationship, any relationship worth anything, is the only thing that matters between two people. And I'm talking about television. That's right. That's why you should listen to Married with Television, man, which is a podcast by my friends Shannon and Jamie, I call her cat ears, about movies and TV that they have loved for decades, man. You listen at marriedwithtv.com or anywhere you get your podcasts. They are proud members of the Oddpods Media Network, man. Married with Television.
So we do a lot of barbecuing in our front yard. Like I turned my garage into a man cave, so that kind of like really just like natural for me to pull a grill out, and then or we have the smoker in the driveway. So it's just natural for me to be cooking out there. I got the games, I can cook, I get the lounge, all that type of stuff. What are your thoughts about that? Do you think that is, in the back of my mind, I always see like, man, people driving by, they're like, man, that's just so just like
Trashy.
Yeah.
I don't think so, James. I think no, I think that's the level of where, like, listen, if we live like in a different estate or something like that, yeah, it's fine. Do whatever you want in your garage, right?
Yeah.
You built a badass little area with the Weber. What do you have? The Weber. You had one with the table outside where.
Yeah, the performance. Yeah. I could tell you this right now that maybe without barbecuing in my front yard, there probably would have never been a Grabbing the Brisket podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
And one of the things that I guess it kind of like that I thought about the kind of the benefits of doing in the front yard, that you're able to get out there and meet your neighbors. People are able to see you out there, do a little grilling and chilling and walking by, walking your dogs. Hey neighbor, how's it going? You're able to strike up that conversation, as opposed if you're just in your backyard. Obviously you get to enjoy time with your family and look at the birds and the dogs, and just maybe if you got like a really close back neighbor, you can like hear all the crazy commotions coming from his yard.
Yeah.
You got that to look forward to. So, but yeah,
no, I think you're exactly right. I will say that 100%. Hell, even of the entire time I've known you, I mean, you've had a barbecue pit or something that you've put out on the patio or out in the garage or anything else. I mean, whether it be an apartment complex. I mean, there was times where on an apartment like, I shouldn't have this, but I have this, and you didn't give a shit. You're like, I'm still going to grill the shit I want to grill, But yeah, without that, I think that's kind of the bonding thing that happens that I think a lot of Americans and just kind of forget about. Not anybody, it's your neighbors. You want to know your neighbors and their names and who they are and if they're Democrats or not. I'm just kidding.
We don't care.
No, right. But honestly, you want to know, man. You want to say hi. You want to break bread, and you want to, you want to be able to help out when you can. And that's, I think that's what you provide in our neighborhood, or at least on our street. But we've met plenty of people that roll around on golf carts that stop in and like, hey, what's up? We know people that are streets and streets and streets over that we never would have met otherwise. You know what I mean? But yeah, think about hell, the chasing more smoke.
Yeah.
Bringing those guys aboard. Every one of us has been on that team.
Yeah.
Which is kind of badass.
Yeah.
Everybody's had their opportunity of competing and I don't know. I mean, it's just like it doesn't come from nowhere. But yeah, you're right, man. I do agree with you.
It's that sense of community that I think a lot of people are probably, I would say, missing. If they were just truly honest about themselves.
Yeah. Steve.
If you don't have, if you're just closed up, and you meet a lot of people, you talk to a lot of people, they're like, hey, I don't even know who my neighbor is. You know what I mean? I don't even know the people on my street. Like, I don't even see them out. Like, I see all these weird videos, these HOA mongers or whatever. It's like, bro,
Those aren't
you're
real.
you left your garage door
Yeah,
down.
those aren't real.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I
Can you
mean? It's
imagine?
like having an HOA so strict
I'd
that
spray mace on.
right. that you-
Mace.
yeah, they showed the one this old man rolled in with his little 3-wheeled wheelchair and just right into this dude's garage. He's sitting in his garage, got the car going. He's waiting for his kids to come out, and he's like, hey, roll down your window. And he goes off on this dude like, hey, you don't need to be sitting here with your garage door open. And
Shit.
and I'm like, hey, shit. Like, if his car's running, you don't want to just be enclosed in a freaking garage. But he's
Yeah,
like,
right.
nah, my kids are just putting their shoes on. I'm good. No, I drive by all the time and you got your garage door open. I'm gonna have to find you $200. All right. And then he's like, what? He's like, just so maybe you learn your lesson. And he's
Oh,
like, he
shit.
started talking about bylaws and shit like that. He'd been doing it for a long time. And I was like, oh man. But this is why people probably hate people and they don't want to get out there and figure out. I mean, we met our new
Dude,
neighbor.
I would have unplugged his batteries, dude. I would have totally like, look, okay, here's $200. You don't have a battery anymore, okay?
Right.
Now figure that out.
You're like, Second Amendment right?
I'm still gonna win this one.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the right to protect your home? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Fair
actually
arm.
trespassing.
Yeah, right. Damn.
Hey, Greg Johnson came in and said it would be East Texas approved, James. So you
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. So yeah, I mean that's kind of the gist of the story is kind of why I asked because yeah, our neighbor Michael, he just moved in down into the street.
Yep.
Would not have known him if it wasn't for us just being out and grilling and being sociable and doing whatever. I'll tell you a quick
The
little
grilling.
story. Yeah. He rolled over the other day with this clarified milk punch. You ever heard of this?
Yeah.
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 And I don't know if people out here have heard of this. I've seen milk punch before, even going to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo where I heavily volunteer my
Yeah, sure.
time
Okay.
for.
Sure he does.
They have a drink called milk punch that they
Yeah.
make, and it's more kind of like a eggnog, like brandy whiskey / drink. I don't know what's in it, but
Yeah.
everybody loves the shit out of it. And for me, it really just sounds like a terrible idea of like pounding a bunch of those drinks because I feel like you're just going to throw them up like at the end of the night.
They're so sweet.
Yeah, sweet and
Yeah.
probably heavy and all that stuff like that. So I can't understand that. But he brought over some clarified milk punch, and the dude's super smart. He's like really, really smart. And he got this recipe that he read somewhere, not sure where, but it was a recipe from Benjamin Franklin. And
Okay.
he used to make this milk punch, this clarified milk punch, and it is a process to do. He said he didn't have all the ingredients, and I think he added a little like fruit juice to it that the actual recipe didn't call for. But yeah, it involves like milk, brandy, some type of sweetener, and whatever. And man,
It's all natural though.
it's all natural.
It's not like you're
Mixing
not
all the
pouring sugar in this thing, are you?
Great. Well, I'm not really sure. No, I don't think
Yeah.
he's doing sugar. I got the recipe, so I'm going to try to make it once myself. But once you mix everything, and I guess it starts to congeal, it almost kind of like you're making cheese or butter. And you strain out the milk solids and you run it through a cheesecloth many times to get any type of the solids to where you get this like clarified, almost like clarified butter, to where you get
Jesus
this clear
Christ.
liquid and it's just concentrated awesomeness. It really tastes like a liqueur, kind of like a cinnamony / whatever liqueur. But again, it was badass, but it would not have gotten to experience that if I was so closed up and just in the backyard
Yeah.
doing my
No,
thing.
I yeah, 100%, man. And that's what it's about. So I totally agree. Plus, like it's like the teaching of, you move in. A lot of times it was like teaching somebody like, oh yeah, you can grill. This is how you do it. Somebody's like, I didn't know you could do that. Or
Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding me? That's so wild. You actually cook that on that. It was just kind of one of those moments where like it just seemed like everybody was just like, obviously it's popular and whatever, but where you've taught a lot of people how to grill up their stuff. But
Yeah.
it's been neighbors, right?
Yeah.
So very cool.
Well, I don't, man. Let's do a beer review, dude. I got a strong one for you, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a nice one. So let's dip into the grabbing the brisket beer review.
There it
Oh,
is.
I just got there really quick. Sorry,
Yeah.
John.
He goes, beer review. Love that. Love that for you, James.
All right, that one is
Okay.
for you.
Yeah. What we got here? The old.
It's the old Martin House Brewery.
Oh man,
This is,
I love this. The Last Gemini, whiskey barrel aged pomegranate sour barrel aged series. Jesus Christ, 10.5% ABV. I don't know, man. What is this?
I'm just showing the
Oh,
camera.
I'm sorry.
We could
I was
cheers.
like, oh, we're cheersing, bro.
Yeah.
No, it's cool, man. It's like Martin House. Like they're like the mad scientist here. Always the Last Gemini. Love that.
All right. Did you run down the ABVs? 10.5. Yeah.
Yep, I did.
IBUs is very, very low. So this is something that's going to be very drinkable, not as bitter.
That's really good, man. I'm gonna burp, but that's really, really good. Dude, that's really good. It's not even alcohol.
It's a lot of alcohol.
That's not really. Maybe I already had too much, but
No.
I'm telling you right now, that is really, really, really good. Damn.
The pomegranate flavor really kind of hits there.
Okay.
It is sour,
Hey, man. Has this whole Star Wars
very
theme to it.
wine-like flavor.
What is this? What is it? What show is this? I don't know the reference here, and I should know this.
The Last Jedi, The Last Gemini. I don't
I
know.
don't know. I mean, you're wrong. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? It's really good.
It's very tart and sour for sure.
It's good. This is like okay, if you're let's say you did a workout and you get done, like you drink one of these. You feel good. Right?
Yeah.
It's like this is like a good for you drink.
Yeah. John, what do you think?
Yeah. I was so here's the deal. I was actually gonna do a picture of John and put him in a chair so we put a camera on him and just ask John questions. Like, what do you think, John? And we would just pan to him where he just looked like cheesed up or whatever else. And then we just like, okay, John, thanks for your input. And then just keep roasting him, right? Which honestly, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Every time John leaves, we're gonna put a table or a chair in.
Can we what about, let me one up this just a little bit. They have those like little masks that you can get, little ski masks that has like a person's like face on it. Have you seen this? Like I've seen Diddy ones
Dude,
all the time where they're like,
wrong.
hey, I'm going to Halloween as Diddy, and you put this little mask on and it looks like a person.
Okay.
We can get John.
Nope.
And then
No.
Yeah,
Too soon.
you might not want to
Nope.
be Diddy this
Hey,
year.
No. Hey, probably no. That's not the guy. So yeah.
Hey,
So what do you think of the beer?
Greg wants to know what
Yeah.
color is it? Purplish?
Here, dude. I'll tell you. Hold on. Let's see.
no, it's not.
What?
I don't think it is.
Jan really
Chug,
looked for
chug,
any reason
chug.
to chug that beer, didn't he? Oh, dang.
It does have like a little bit of a
Yeah, it's got a
little hue to it, like an
Mhm.
amber hue.
oh, it's delicious. So what do you got?
Can we just keep drinking on this and then we can tell our score at the end? Or we just ready for a score?
Oh no, it's fine. Oh,
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Like that. Yeah, so we have Halloween coming up. What do you this is a special time for me. I think we really enjoy just kind of being out a little bit. The weather's always kind of cooled down. Football started. So hopefully, it's fallen on nights where there was, football going on sometimes, or we had, well, not really. But also we've had a lot of the Astros. The
Yeah.
Astros have always been like the last 7 years.
Correct.
So that we don't have that. So we've had a lot of people stopping by trying to watch the game because again, you got your garage all decked
All done
out.
up, yeah.
And with,
I'll probably blow up the big inflatable projection screen.
Okay.
And then put like just the raunchiest, like scariest movie that I can think of on there. Just like I was watching well, as we get into this, like I was watching Freddy versus Jason like last night. And the kid was there watching too. And so I started getting she was like, it's very campy. The movie, it's very campy. It's not really scary at all. This is like gory a little bit, but we got like halfway into the movie and Emma's like, what is this like one of those like scary movie, like the parody ones? Like it was so just campy, just like she thought everything was just like set like parody.
Yeah, right.
Often I'm like, no, this is actually
This is why they say
what
what
was
it is.
scary movie
Yeah.
in 2003 or 2006 or whenever
Yeah.
that movie came out. So we ended up cutting it off, but it's always a pair of boobs. Like every 80s horror flick has to show boobs.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of blood and gore and all that type of stuff.
Well,
So
I think so if you look at that, if you're that genre, there's the things you have to hit, right? In order to meet that one thing, how you judge. So it's a style of scary movies. So
I got my list
yeah.
and maybe we'll throw it out there and then try to get everybody's own personal like scary movie, which one they like, they rank to the top.
Like
whatever.
the horror movie, like what's the first one that just got you?
Yeah, as a kid.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, for sure. It is different. Like now it's like my kid, she's teenager. I think the Conjuring and the Insidious and all those type of movies, the paranormal witchy type stuff, that's what scares her, whatever. That's what she's grown up for. And I'm like, well, I grew up in the era of like Michael, Jason, Freddy, all these type of characters. So it's like that's my jam, that's my wheelhouse, and anything that kind of stems off any camp related horror activity type deal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If
like,
you were going camp, we saw it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except for camp, no, sleepaway camp. That is one. Hey, that's one I highly
porn.
No,
Is that porn?
it's not a horror.
James.
That's one I highly recommend everybody check out at least one time in their life.
Sleepaway
And it
camp.
does have a special surprise ending.
Okay.
So if I had to watch it, you guys have to watch it.
Sleepaway. It's one of those ones you just can't, like, you have to watch. It's just
I'm not going to give it away.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. So can we get into our I don't know, like our ritual, like a thing? Like you and your wife usually dress up, and then you have a certain theme this year, or no?
Well, I've always been Michael Myers for
No, I
years.
know. Okay, so then she's gonna go as
Laurie Strode, or she's going to go into, like last year was the first year she kind of got into character. She was going to participate with me. So yeah, super awesome. So we're going to continue with that theme until I guess I get burnt out of it, or
and then
I find something new. But
So what's the so our go-to typically is we do dogs, burgers, so that whole setup. We'll probably cook, I don't know, it seems like we cook like 30 of them or whatever. I keep talking about it because, like, I don't know, man, it'd be kind of cool, but nowadays you just can't you can't hand out shit like that. People don't trust people that are just handing out food or whatever else.
It's kind of messed up because you're like, I'm handing out free candy.
Yeah.
You got no problem accepting that, but hey, we got free hot dog over here.
Yeah, I was like, it's
all
like
natural, 100% beef, like that's grilled, smoked, ready to go.
I feel like we just put out a dog bar, right, and then have the mustard and mayo set up, and they just come make their own stuff, right? I mean, usually it's not like during the week where the kids get out, and then they don't have time to like feed them and get them out before they can do the trick or treating before it gets dark. You know, it just I don't know.
Yeah.
It's always the polite thing to do. So I think we'll have a little hot dog bar this year.
We'll do that. Maybe we'll step it up this year.
Yeah.
We'll go to Costco and we'll get the 1 pound,
No, man,
or
it's
the
too
half
much.
pound
No,
dogs. Like, I
that's too
mean,
much.
it's super cheap. Just like, here you go. We're
Yeah.
just tossing hot dogs in kids' bags.
No,
Just like,
dude, what's wrong with you?
Just
You sound weird.
mayonnaise, mustard. We
Yeah.
want some relish on that. Just
Right.
like boom, right in
Yeah,
the bag.
there it is.
Yeah.
You get a dinner. You get a dinner. No child left unfed.
And he said,
Parents.
You're so cute. You get 2 dogs.
Yeah, just throw it at them. They're already sealed up.
Yeah.
It's chili.
Just a bag full
man.
of chili. Just like hold your hands out.
Yeah,
Just,
right. Yeah, it's good, right? All right, great. Go on, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so weird. But
Yeah, well,
we have fun doing it. And we usually have old friends stop by, neighbors stop by. We all pitch in, all help cook. We all line up our tables, and you got all the like 4 or 5 houses just lined up. And I know we're not the only ones that do this, but 4 or 5
Yeah.
houses lined up with all different bowls, and it's like boom, hand out candy, hot dog. We're actually cooking something. So
yeah.
I don't, maybe what's the Halloween fall on this year? I don't remember what day that is. I don't think it's on the weekend yet.
That's like a Wednesday or something, or I don't know. It's like,
Like that.
I
What?
think it's during the week.
Yeah. One of these days. Have you seen the one?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
So we got another 2 years before it falls on a Saturday. Am I right on about my math, or is there
No,
a
we don't.
leap year? I'm not sure how leap years
There's
work.
no-
Or
you don't even know, man.
leap years. I'm not
Yeah.
sure how that works.
Yeah.
Um,
You don't even know, man.
I do know how to grill on the moon.
Yeah.
But I don't know how leap years.
Well, it's
work.
weird that your little machine was kind of convinced you that you should get the materials together to go
Right.
and make that happen. You know?
Yeah. What's sad is it was not sad, but is that my phone stays right next to me in the middle of the night. It's charged on my nightstand.
Oh,
So
not anymore. It's not.
could this thing just subliminally
Just go to the Faraday
sending
bag.
me like messages
Yeah.
throughout the night?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Could.
Is that why I'm getting smarter? I don't
No,
know.
you're not getting smart, James.
My IQ has gone up
No. So
considerably.
there's actually terminology for this for people that think there's have way more ability than they do. If you search that, it's actually a syndrome or something they tried to get scientifically. We just looked at this earlier, by the way, James. That's funny.
Wise guys came in and said, NY system wieners?
Say that again.
New York City.
Yeah.
What?
He said,
New York City wieners.
New York system wieners. I don't know, man.
Is this a wise guy? You got to explain that.
yeah. and,
West Guys Barbecue.
Yeah. Daryl came in and said hamburgers, hot dogs, and condiment bar is an awesome idea.
Yeah, it's just a thing. I think that people they get off work and they got to get their kids out there, right? And it's like, dude, hey, don't worry, we got you.
Yeah. Do you see the family that does every year? Every year they do the 2 liters
2 liter what?
of soda,
No, that's horrible.
and they
man.
have like a chute that goes from like second story
Huh?
that goes like a slide
Yeah.
right into your kid's bag. And they showed this year just every space inside their house is just stacked up with crates of 2 liters of soda, and different varieties.
What are you trying to is it trying to sugar them up or what?
I don't know.
They're
But
giving them away?
Yes.
So each kid gets a 2 liter.
Yes.
That's weird. Is that weird?
Hey, I don't know, man. A 12-pack of Coke is going almost like $10 now.
I don't even want to drink Coke. Just stop drinking it.
Right. Imagine on the way home getting fueled up with the 2 liter of orange soda or like some Dr. Pepper. Just like that's enough to
Can
me.
you imagine you're having to lug that damn thing around? Some kids like, look, I want some candy. You give me a 2 liter of, I don't know, Sprite or something.
Yeah.
And then you get pissed off. I don't even like Sprite.
So Diet Coke. What
Yeah,
are you trying to say?
Diet Coke Zero. Oh man.
So he said the #1 street food in NYC.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Come on, man. That's what I'm talking about.
A good hot dog is hard to beat, and I can't really tell you what
Yeah.
a New York hot dog is versus
No, man. You
The stuff
can't.
that we-
No, you can't beat it.
I don't know.
So I've not had it either. People claim they can make it, but my son, he went up there, had the pizza, had the dog. He said it was just, it's good. The buns are steamed. Everything's just kind of ready to go. Like you can just crush it. It's almost like a pig in the blanket, I'd imagine. But I don't know, maybe a little better.
Are we
So-
good?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I get distracted by the TV a lot.
So was that was my fault? I had it. I was looking at this. I apologize. I was
No, it's
looking at the child with the dad that went viral for the 2 liter thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
There it is right here. This dad hands out 2 liter sodas to Halloween. Dude, that's amazing.
It's craziness.
I love that. I mean, yeah, okay.
Is that too extreme?
No,
You know what makes
nothing's
kids
too
happy?
extreme.
It's like the family just gives out the giant size, like normal, like king size bars or
Yeah.
the regular size candy bars.
That's right. Or you're that one guy that poisons a bunch of kids.
Hey, we
then
talk about that.
only
Do you-
because he killed his own kid.
Do you know about that? Hey, Ryle, can you look up the Candyman? I think it was in the Heights. I think there was a Heights, and there was something. I think it may be in Pasadena.
Well, I think he basically, poisoned his own kid. So, and then I killed his kid, and then he went and poisoned a bunch of other kids, and then saying that his kid had the same poisoning.
Right?
Is that kid?
You're talking about somebody that thinks that they're smarter than what?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What they
Right.
actually are. Like they're
Right.
like I'm
That's
gonna
like
out.
it's called the Dunkirk something effect, right?
Like
Dude,
I am smarter than detectives.
it's like aim. Yeah. Well, there's
now it's going to be like AI driven, right? It's like a cop's going to be able to take a photo of like crime scene.
Yeah.
And it's just going to AI generate like
nothing, right? It'll just be air, and it'll go boop, and just take a picture. It's this guy. You're like, hello. Damn it.
exactly. They're going to load in. Hey Frank, here's the list.
Give
of
me 3 hours ago
suspects.
at this angle.
Yeah.
Click, boom.
Next
That's
thing
what
you
it's
know,
gonna be.
Boom, you're done.
Yeah.
Don't even need any
Everything goes on
forensic
TV.
evidence. It's just all AI.
That's what it's going to be. Everything's on TV.
Yep.
Don't do anything wrong. Earlier, we were talking about, no, never mind.
Hey, I never heard of that. Dean, the actual Candyman serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was he killed a lot of people.
I think-
28 teenage boys and young men between 1970
Yes.
Did he
and
kill his own kid?
1973.
No, this is a different guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
This guy's the one that coined Candyman, and he was in Heights, and his family owned a candy business.
Jesus.
And he recruited. We're getting like kind of cynical. Morbid.
I like there's no barbecue tonight. We're
Right,
not even
yeah.
talk barbecue.
A
I want
little
to
bit.
talk brisket. I want to talk ribs. I want to talk sauce.
You're on the wrong podcast.
I know,
Right.
man. I don't know what the
he
hell's going on.
recruited young kids to recruit kids,
Yeah. Okay.
and he would hand out candy to the kids and make friends with them. And then,
Sicko.
yeah, definitely 100%.
They
And
killed him.
Yeah, and I think he took them off like to Galveston or whatever. They uncovered this like score of just
Oh,
like
God.
20, 30
That's
different
disgusting.
victims or whatever
Yeah.
it is. So this is not a murder mystery podcast,
Yeah.
but it is close to Halloween. So go ahead and yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead and inspect that candy, guys. We do have some friends and family. They'll take it down and get it scanned, because there was that one dentist in Pasadena, I think.
Yeah. So there was I think there was like a dentist in Pasadena or somebody that I don't know. I had to go back and Google search that because I don't want to say something that was off
If I
kilter there.
remember correctly, he's like he ended up
Yeah, Deer Park, Pasadena.
he ended up poisoning his kid, but he also ended up putting poison out in the candy
Yeah,
as well to try to make it mask.
everybody gets
Like
sick.
his kid got wrapped up in
Right.
this whole like murder thing. So yeah,
Maybe.
I don't know
There's no names till we know for sure. Till we Google you, but
exactly.
yeah. Anyways, that's horrible. But no, I've been thinking about this. This last week we were talking about sauces and competitions and kind of how it's translated into a somewhat savory, somewhat sweet sauce. I think does well on the competition. I guess trail there, but in your opinion, what sauce are you putting on a brisket when you go to a restaurant? Are you using the house vinegary based, a Texas? What do we call that sauce?
Yeah, probably.
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
it's more of a vinegar based, peppery type
Yeah.
sauce that's going on there. It's a little sweet, but it's not like overly sweet.
That's right.
It's not the Sweet Baby Ray's variety of sauces that you're putting on that meat.
Yep.
And that probably just goes in general for all the meats itself. Like in Texas, you really just don't get that really candied style rib or other barbecue like that you do outside of Texas.
That's right. I'm missing it right now. You know what I mean? I think that's what I'm missing, a little bit of the mopped or little bit of the vinegary based.
Correct. It's like a pit sauce. It's like a
pit sauce, right?
yeah.
It's the sauce that you cook on the pit. It just gets smoked and you know, there's been I don't know. I think that's when I think about a really, really good rich or or a really good sauce. I think about that, you know, and we've had some obviously a lot of competition cookers. This whole thing is blown up over the last like 25 years,
Yeah.
about or 30 years, you know, when it comes to really trying to figure out a sweet rib and that it's always been the thing. Ribs, you know, pork okay, but brisket never. And now I'm starting to see a lot more people putting a lot more sugar, a lot more glazes, and on these briskets that just I don't know. It diminishes. It blands.
Yeah.
You have to watch the. Yeah, I think you have to over salt or something a little bit, or you got to your one will wash the other one out. You know, 'cause salt will kind of bounce a little bit with the sugar, or vice versa. You know,
Mm. Yeah.
um, and just there's always been that balance. The good ones, the good guys that really do well. I'll tell you, if you're struggling right now with your competition brisket and you're wondering why, it's like it's good and you feel like you're doing all the things that everybody else is doing. It could be your salt content right from the get go, because the good guys will know that they're going to have a balance of that salt, and they're probably going to pop it at the end with something just kind of give it a little extra oomph of flavor.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of waiting. For me, I'm waiting back for the old vinegary pit sauce to kind of make a comeback. I feel like it could right now, as far as the flavor profile.
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe. I don't know. You may just be one of those like you're not
Traditionalist.
like the outlier, but you may be one of the ones that are like kind of traditionalist. I think there's a lot of people that still love sweet. They
Yeah,
want they
but
want to
not on a
just
brisket.
I
I'm
think they
more
want sweet
specifically,
on brisket. I
it's
think
just weird
they want sweet on everything.
because in my opinion, if you're I would not take a sweet sauce on a piece of brisket over a savory pit style sauce. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
Like that's the
I think
flavor
you and I think
profile.
probably a lot of the listeners that are listening
Yeah.
along probably have the same mindset. But I think when you get the collective whole together, they're just give me some sweet baby rays. I'm smothering it everything.
So that's what the problem with the internet is, I think. It spreads so much information sometimes that people just like this is the new thing. You got to do it this way. And you forget that there were it actually took years and years to get uh this tradition down. You know, people pass this stuff down to their friends and to their you know family and whatever else, you know, and
Yeah.
then that turned into this style of cooking and whatever. And in the last like if you look at the last like 20 years, the amount of leaps and changes it's made, it became one of the most popular things on TV for I don't know how many years, 20 years. You know, it's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And it just became its own market where it wasn't before. Barbecue was nothing. And then all of a sudden it just with the whole special and everything else that just made it become something that was something that we were just doing in the background uh and just having fun drinking beer,
Yeah. No, I like that
you
idea.
know.
It's something that maybe we probably should get into as a whole, like in an episode coming up
Yeah.
soon. Like sauce. Is it going to make you a hero or is it going to make your barbecue a zero? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Like, do you have to sauce? Because like there's certain parts of these places that we you know we've been to or whatever else, and it's 50-50 or whatever. But you see the guys that have the glaze. A lot of times you use a lot of your own au jus, but yeah, they've got this mixed up, and then they're going to glaze, and you really good at the good ones. It enhances the brisket. It never diminishes
Mhm.
from it. So the ones that are struggling when they're doing it, I think they're trying to make the sauce be something, you know, the sauce, and then you have brisket, and it needs to be vice versa.
Yeah.
So just kind of
Yeah.
my little
Look at you.
my little
We
2 cents
we
there.
actually talked a little barbecue today.
There it is,
Look at
man.
there.
Come on.
Barbecue sauce. I'm going to go ahead and jump in here and give you a score on the
Yeah.
beer because it is the longest beer review ever. Yeah, man. I'm a solid just 7.8. It's a tasty beer. I think the more and more you drink it
No.
and get down into it, it just gets better and better.
What'd you say?
7, 8.
You're wrong. 9-1.
There it is.
It's a 9-1 all day long.
Breaking the
You-
records. I'm surprised you didn't give it a 10.1.
Bro, it should be a 10.1. You take this thing to work with you and you put it in the fridge, right? And at like, I don't know, your 10 o'clock break, mix this with some ice, blend it, boom, pop it, go back to your thing, put it in a little white container, drink that for the rest of the day. It's all you're going to need.
Yeah.
This thing's phenomenal.
Okay.
If you see, listen, you see me walking around with a white cup or like a cup that you can't, whatever. Just all like a,
They got these energy drinks and
Yeah.
all these drinks all looking the same.
is
You
energy.
Can't really tell if it's a beer
It's
or if
energy.
it's like
I just got my energy back.
exactly.
I'm like,
And sloppy.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm gonna need to see you in HR, please.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But this has been a fun episode. Yeah, I feel like it's been a little bit of across the board.
So this is probably the
hit
worst episode we've ever done in our lives.
Probably it is,
Yeah.
but you know what? Who cares?
Yeah. I like the barbecue talk.
Yeah.
We can get more than that next time.
Hey, I enjoyed hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Shout out thoughts to Mikey and John, everybody, Alex, Matt, everybody out there. I don't know. I'm just fist bumpy there. That couldn't make it today. Man, it's been a fun episode of Grabbing the
Yeah.
Brisket. I mean, I'll give you the whole spill. You know, go check out the website. Go check out all the merch, the t-shirts and stuff like that we offer on our site. Feel free. We don't have a win or fail this week, which is a fail in itself because nobody gets to win a bottle of Sucklebusters. Like it's so easy that all you have to do is just send a message to us, a voicemail, a video, tag us in a social media post or whatever it is, and boom, that's an automatic win. And then you get a bottle of choosing from Sucklebusters, and we'll ship it directly to you. You don't have to pay for it. There's no strings attached whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win for you. It's a win for Sucklebusters, win for Grabbing the Brisket because, man, hey, you get to try out an awesome seasoning. So more people to try it, better.
Yep. That's right, man. Hey, appreciate it, man. Yeah. It's, obviously probably a weird episode. John, you need to hurry back up because if you don't, we're probably going to go Lord of the Flies. Probably going to have a chair set up with your face on it. We'll ask you questions. It'll just be that kind of
Wilson,
episode,
we're having a
right?
volleyball just
That's it.
sitting up at the edge of
That's
the
it.
table.
That's all we need, right? Let's get little John Wilson up here.
I'm gonna paint a box of like Coors Light. And
Yeah,
just like
right.
put John's face
That's
on
perfect. That's exactly what we're gonna
I
do.
love it.
So, my heart goes out to Mike and his family, and I hope John gets back soon. Good talking barbecue, man.
Hey, appreciate it, guys. Later.
See ya.
As we close out, big thanks to SmokerBuilder.com and the NBBQA for their unwavering support.
Absolutely. And cheers to Barbecue News Magazine, Sucklebusters, and Dalstrong Knives for their contributions.
And you know YETI always has our back, and CoolieNation ensures our drinks stay perfectly cold.
Lastly, props to Cambro Manufacturing and, of course, the Spicy Nut, the Chicks that Smoke Seasoning. Thanks to all for powering this show.
Until next time,